my amigos, ¿Qué pasa? How's it going? Katie here. So this is going to be my 2017 recap video. And let's see, it doesn't really want to focus, that's fine. Oh, what's my hair doing? Anyway, you know, the usual things. So, of course, we're going to start in January. So in January of 2017, I still worked at the hut. And on the 2nd, I quit. January 2nd, 2017, I quit the hut. I worked there for 2 years and 10 months. And yeah, I lived there. Let's just face it. So I had to quit the hut because I wasn't going back to school, and my dad's deal with me was, if you're not going back to school, college, because I'm not 12 even if I look super young, was if I'm not going back to college because I couldn't afford it. So I had to have a full-time job. I wasn't going to be sitting around, you know, not doing anything with my life. I had to have a full-time job, which is completely understandable. So I got a call back from a super center, and I took the first thing that was available to me, and I was in a part-time, no, it wasn't part-time, it was a temporary position, and it was basically like seasonal or whatever, where if you were good at it or whatever, you know, you could be hired on as a full-time position later on. Well, me running my mouth like I do, that got me in trouble, and I got asked to leave. But does that really surprise anybody? No. So I was only there for a month. So that's how that went. While I was there, I met Colton. So I guess something good did come out of working at the super center. Yeah. But other than that, not much. And it was really cool to work there. You know, I learned a bunch of stuff. I got hired with a girl with the same name as me, and she was a way more ratchet version. Like, I'm telling you, she was nothing like me whatsoever. But her name was Katie. So, you know what? The Katies, we hung out at work. Other than that, no way. But, you know, we're not going to talk about that. So, there was just a bunch of different managers, and none of them knew how to communicate with each other, and I was the person that would question it and be like, hey, you know, if so-and-so told me to do this, you're telling me to do this, why don't we do it like this? Like, no one was doing it right. And they didn't like that. So I got fired. But, you know. So the good things started, the year started off with Colton in it. And so, yes, January 10th is when I started dating Colton of 2017. Now on to February. So I already got fired from the super center. I started working at a dollar store. Now, I'm telling you, this is the worst job that I ever had. And so, like, when I say worst job I've ever had, I mean worst job I've ever had. It was part-time, and, like, they would change your hours, and then they wouldn't tell you that they changed your hours. So you'd show up and be like, oh, I'm supposed to work here. So, you know, I got the schedule pictured on my phone. They'd be like, oh, no, we changed that. You don't work today. I'm like, So I worked there for, you know, a while. And it was like all of February. February, I had my first real Valentine, if people think that's a thing. Yeah, I had a Valentine on Valentine's Day. So that was pretty cool. Yep, so Colton was my Valentine. Oh, so cute. Leah left, and oh my gosh, do you know how hard it is to freaking survive in this small-ass town with your best friend? Freaking, like, I don't even remember where she was, like, like West Virginia or something, Florida, I don't know. She's in Colorado now, and she's come home a few times, but yeah, she left me. And that's when she went to basic, and we kept in touch, though. So, I mean, it wasn't that bad. Just the fact that she left me here in the smallest town, you know, yeah. So we wrote back and forth with our letters while she was in basic training, and she got to hear all about how shitty my jobs were. And once she got out of basic training, she was just like, oh, wow, what are you doing now? You know, like, I have 7 jobs. No, I'm just kidding. So, March, I guess I still worked at the dollar store. I'm pretty sure I literally just wrote boring on this paper because I had to like map out everything, and I'm pretty sure it just says boring for March. So I guess I didn't do anything in March. April, I started working at another super center. Wow, go figure. But this one wasn't in my town. This was in a neighboring town. And I worked the 2 to 11 shift. And if people work at a super center and they freaking work this shift, they know that it is not a job for a small ass girl like me. But am I gonna let that stop me? No. So I was princess line pusher. Not because I wanted to, but like, let's face it, I could do whatever the hell I wanted because I was the girl on the team. And so yeah. Let's see. Oh, I took Colton to the science center, and I dented the shit out of a van. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. And it's not the first car that I've hit. You know, I'm not bragging because I just really suck at driving, and I shouldn't drive a truck, but I do. So yeah. We were there. I took him to the science. I'm like, yeah, come on. I like woke up, and you know, you'll like wake up and it'll be like the greatest day ever. And you're like, yeah, okay, today's gonna be good, and I'm gonna look good. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be a great day. My dogs are trying to like eat a cat or something out the window. Like seriously, a leaf will blow outside and they will try to eat it through the window. Like, I don't even know. But anyway, so we're at the science center. We go to park, and there's a spot right here, and there's a spot on the other side. And Colton's like, we'll park on this spot. And I'm like, no, I think I can make this one. So I go to turn into it. Colton closes his eyes, so he's not even being my watch person on his side. And I dented the crap out of this van. And he just goes, and I'm like, you weren't even helping me look. And so, yeah. And I parked, like I moved away and I parked somewhere on the side. And I wasn't going to go anywhere because I'm not retarded, okay? Oh man, this lipstick though. And so I go inside, I call my mom and dad. And so I knew what to do, like who to talk to, who to leave, like do I call the cops, what do I do? And in the amount of time that it took me to go pee and call my parents, a security guard or, what is it, like, I think it was a security guard, had found Colton and said, yeah, we saw her hit that car and we got to get her information. So I come out and I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm not running. I had to go pee and I had to call my mom and dad to make sure that, you know, I needed to do what I needed to do. They called those people like over the intercom and they never came to their car. So they're like, okay, whatever, you know, we got all your information. We'll give it to you whenever, we'll give it to them whenever they come up or show up or whatever. They never showed up. So we went on about the day at the science center. We come back out and we see the people go to their car. And they walk over to the car and they're like, holy crap, somebody, you know, really messed up my car. And so I watched them look at their car. Keeping in mind my headlight is shattered all over the floor or ground, whatever. And because it shattered my headlight, that's all that it did to my truck. My truck is freaking, it's a Rhino, okay? Like, its name is Rhino for a reason. And so I go over there and I'm like, I ran into your car. It was me, I hit your car. And they're just like, okay, whatever. And I'm like, they have all my information, you know, everything is given to them. And the lady like called and she's like, oh my gosh, somebody hit my car. And they weren't even from here. I live in Missouri. They were from Michigan. They came to St. Louis from Michigan on like a family trip or something. Only God knows why. And I hit their car. I'm like, I'm really sorry. Like, man, I ruined their vacation. And I felt really bad. But yeah. So at least like no people were actually hurt. But that's what I did in April. May, I still worked the 2 to 11 shift, and I spontaneously bought a ferret, because I do things spontaneously. Like, honestly, I used to think I had a brain tumor. You know, I was from watching Grey's Anatomy, spontaneous, like, things that you just, like, decisions, that could be a sign of a brain tumor. I could actually have a brain tumor. Just kidding, I had an MRI this year, and I don't have a brain tumor, but I actually didn't write that down. We'll get to that at the end. And so, yeah, I spontaneously bought a ferret. And since I worked the 2 to 11 shift, I could not keep the ferret. Because, one, I had a ferret before, and my dogs ate it. And that's actually how Bella's name was Bella, because for one of my birthdays, I got a ferret, and its name was Bella. I did name it, and I like the name because of the Bella Bella Dancerella commercial. Yeah, And, so, never had that, but I don't know, we'd always sing it whenever it came on the TV. So I like the name, so it stuck with, like, all of the litters of German Shepherds that we had. And so, yeah, so I had to get rid of the ferret. I gave it to some girl that I don't even know, but she had another ferret, so it made me feel good, and she lives in my town, and she's, like, in the army or something, so I'm like, props to you, please take care of my ferret. And, yes, his name is Finn, because shark fin. Shark bait, ooh ha ha. And, we took a trip to Illinois, and we got to see the Shameless houses, in May also, so that was pretty cool. In June, I still worked a 2 to 11 shift, and we went to Lake of the Ozarks. Now, this year was different than most because, well, Dylan and I missed, like, the first 2 days. What is my hair doing? And so we drove down separate, which, I mean, I took my car last time, but for us to be there, like, days later and for Mom to actually be there the entire week is, like, strange. And so we drove down separate, and Dylan and I went down there, and this little stick makes me want to go nuts. And we went tubing, Dylan and I. Yeah, and Dylan pushed me off, and it was really funny. I'm terrified that I'm going to die, but then again, I'm kind of terrified that I'm going to die in, like, a lot of different ways, but that's just my anxiety. But, you know, so I was like, all right, let's go, we're going to do it. And Dylan pushes me off. And then I was like, so the next time we went and got back on, I was like, you better let go. Because that's not fair that you pushed me off. So then I let go. So it was okay. And it was really fun. And I'm pretty sure everyone was surprised that Dylan and I actually went tubing together. Because Dylan wouldn't do it without me because we're pretty close to each other whenever we're, like, hanging out with the family and stuff. Because, I don't know, we don't do, like, family occasions and whatnot except for vacation. And so, I don't know. Dylan and I are more close and, like, talk to each other whenever we're all, like, around the entire family. We're just like, yo, bro, what do I do? You want to go? Yeah, I'll only go if you go. Okay. All right, going? Going. Okay, good. All right, we'll go. And so, yeah. Also in June, I got glasses. Right. Because when I was working at the Supercenter and I'd be pulling out pallets, I would look across the, like, aisle, and I couldn't see the signs. Like, I can see the signs, but they were blurry, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, please don't tell me I gotta get glasses. I mean, Dylan has glasses, Mom has glasses. So, you know, I mean, I don't know who my dad is. Well, that sounds weird. But anyway, and so, like, I don't know if he has glasses. All I know is I have his blonde hair. That's about it. And so, I'm like, okay, so it's not really a shock that I need glasses. So I go there, and I have, like, far away things that are blurry, and at night, I wear my glasses for sure, because I can't see the road. Like, I can see the road, and, oh, and just in case anyone takes this wrong, I hit cars during the day. None of them have been at night. Oh, and most of them are parked. I hit parked cars, so, you know, whatever. And so they wanted me to work 4th of July, and I didn't want to work 4th of July, and they wouldn't let me have off 4th of July, and I was already in the process of switching to a different position in the store. They won't let you, like, transfer stores unless you've been there for, like, 6 months. So they were going to let me be a cashier. Well, they told me if I was a cashier that my hours would drop. They didn't mention that it would go from 40 to 25. They said a few. So I was like, no, I'd rather quit. So I did. I quit. And, in July, I started working at a nursing home. Now, this was totally something that I really wanted to do. I want to help people. I wanted to be a nurse. I could work here without having any type of degree. They just, oh, cool, you want to help these people? Sure. Like, okay. And let me tell you, that place was so interesting. There was this lady that was old enough to be living inside of it that was working there. And she quit. She didn't like me. I probably evaded the process of her quitting. But then again, like, she actually quit because of, like, some kind of family issues or some shit. But, like, she was horrible. And she belonged inside of that house. I'm telling you. Inside of, like, that assisted living place. But it was really cool. I ended up working with the people that had dementia. And let me tell you, they are the most entertaining people ever. Oh, and most of them have, what is it, like sun timers or sundowners or something like that, where they sleep during the day and they're awake at night. They wander up and down and up and down the hallways. And oh my gosh, but they're such a hoot. And the things as they say, and like the stories they'll tell you, you don't know if it's true. You don't know. But some of them actually are true. And I'll be like, what are they talking about? And they'll be like, yeah, that is actually right. And I'm like, So it's really cool to, like, see, like, the things that they can remember, the things that, like, they can't remember. Oh, and you also had to report every single time someone fell. Even if they got a scratch. Even if they fell down, like, just standing there and, like, fell down. If it was anything. You had to report anything that happened. And that meant calling the family, no matter what time it was, and filling it out, and signing it, and writing what happened, and how you helped them, and who aided, and, like, literally everything. For, like, the smallest things. Also, this was a night shift, and it was dumb. But before I continue on with that, also, in July, I got hit by a car. I got hit by a car going 50 miles an hour. One turn from my street. Because Colton lives one street that way, and I am just hopped back over, and I was going home from Colton's, and a car was coming, and it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, oh, yeah, man, I can totally make this. And so I turned out, I couldn't make it. A car hit me, but I caused the accident. And that was actually the first time that I caused an accident that, like, was, like, an actual car accident. You know what I mean? I mean, I had to pay for the cars that I hit through insurance and whatnot, but this car actually, like, hit me going 50 miles an hour. Well, sad thing is, I totaled that car. Yeah. Rhino drove off. Rhino was really banged up, and everyone that was involved was okay. Everyone was wearing their seatbelts. Everything was covered. Everything was covered, and nobody was injured. Except for that car. That car was totaled. It had to be towed away. It could not move because when I turned, it took out my axle. It took out my back tire. And so, whenever it hit on the driver's side, and it took the tire, like, turned it off. Like, it took their axle for their front tire and just, maybe if there's an axle in the front, I don't know, I'm not a car person, but their whole front tire was, like, turned, and, like, the bumper was just, I didn't actually go and, like, completely look at their car, I just saw it from the side because I was in shock. And so, yeah. So I come out, and, you know, I'm going to turn and everything, and then she just hits me. Well, I just like, holy shit, a car hit me going 50 miles an hour. And I'm like, what? And my first instinct was, you know, I grabbed the wheel, and I'm like, why would I don't even know. It happened so fast. I didn't feel it. Like, I heard it, but I didn't feel it. So, I don't know. I don't really know. I've never been hit by a car before, but you know, until July, and, yeah. But you do feel it later, because I felt it later. A few hours later, and, like, the next day. Because, you know, when your body just, like, suddenly is like, and you're really, like, a midget like me, and you have to push your seat all the way up and be, like, this close to the steering wheel. When you get hit by a car, there's nowhere for you to go, and you just run into the steering wheel. Huh. But I guess it's really good, though, that my airbags didn't deploy. I don't think her airbags deployed either, so maybe you have to hit a car going faster than 50 miles an hour for it to deploy. But, you know what? I don't want to test that, because my Rhino has done some damage to some cars, and Rhino has some damage done to him. But anyway, whenever this accident happened, like I said before, everyone was fine, except for her car. And my car, I had to spend $600 to get a new axle, get a new tire, get a new rim, and get the piece that goes, a piece of metal that, like, protects, like, the tire, and then it's, like, welded to the body. I had to get that stapled, like, not stapled, but, like, literally welded back together to the body. So it's, like, indented. It cost $600, and I made it drivable again. Because we were like, make it drivable. And he's like, oh, it's going to be $600. Okay, I'm like, is that okay? There's no option. Like, I have to have this car. So yeah, and then in August, Colton turned 20. I went to the fair in his town for the first time. That was pretty interesting. We went to a concert there, and I caught a shirt from, well, Colton caught a shirt from the t-shirt cannon from, 92.3? So that was pretty awesome. It was the first time that I got my hair dyed professionally. It doesn't look very good now because you can see like how far it's growing out. But I got like, it's super blonde, and the underneath used to be black, and she like tried to get it out, but it wouldn't come out. So yeah. Also in August, Dylan and I went to a Green Day concert. That was awesome. So I put on, I had like a super cool outfit, and then when we got there, we got shirts. So of course we put those on. Well, I took a picture before we left of us in the front yard in our outfits, and I put it on Instagram. Well, they were checking the Instagram and like the hashtags of like the Green Day concert. So these people messaged me, and they're like, hey, come to our booth or by like this exit or whatever. So they gave us a Green Day flag, and they gave us some headphones, a power bank, like a power charger, and it was from Enterprise. And so they commented on it, and they said, hey, come to us, and they gave us a bunch of free stuff. And it was super cool because like the flag probably cost like $50. And so it's pretty cool. It's like one of those felt ones that you can put up on the wall. I'm pretty sure it's in Dylan's room because Dylan's more into like that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm like Batman and Michael Jackson up in here. But so it was super awesome. And then a girl that I went to school with, she's a year younger than me, she was there. So we were like, hey, where you at? And it was just awesome. We were pretty far away though. So like the Jumbotrons were like pretty cool. And it was an open lawn. Like where the concert was, there wasn't like seats or anything. It was open. It was like a lawn seats. So it was pretty cool. I never been to one of those before. So yeah. The 21st was the solar eclipse. And this lipstick, let me tell you. The solar eclipse. Now, that was pretty cool. Here in St. Louis, we had a pretty good view of the total eclipse. So, and it's not supposed to happen again until 2024, I think. So I don't know, maybe a lot of people will be dead, maybe I'll be dead, I don't know. But it was something that like everyone and their mom had to see. So everyone and their mom didn't work, like businesses shut down for an hour, like 10 minutes, you know, like everyone was outside to watch this because it's so like amazing. Well, we went to the riverfront, and you know, we got there and it started slowly, gradually getting darker and darker. Well, there's these people next to us who had the coolest accents. And I don't know, I'm just a person that likes accents. But they had some thick accents, and I knew it wasn't like Southern or anything like that. It was like Scottish or Irish, Ireland. Yeah, that's an accent. And so I was like, Colton, like, where do you think they're from? He's like, oh, I don't know, Scotland. I'm like, there's no way. They're gingers. They're from Ireland. So he's like, I don't know, ask him. I'm like, you know, I'll ask him. So I was like, hey, yo, guys, like, what's up? Where are you guys from? And they're like, oh, we're from Ireland. I'm like, excuse me, why are you in Missouri? Like, an hour away from St. Louis, and you're from Ireland. They're like, oh, we have friends that live in St. Louis, and we had to see this. And I'm like, you came all the way to Missouri from Ireland to see the total eclipse, or the solar eclipse, you know, whatever. And I'm like, because it only lasts like 2 minutes or something like that. And I'm like, you came here from Ireland for that. But, you know, so that was pretty cool. We got to meet some people from Ireland and watch the total eclipse. And it's pretty cool because it did get really dark, and I got some pretty cool photos. So, yeah. In September, I got fired from the nursing home. Woo. Because I sucked at the night shift. And I asked repeatedly to get a different shift. I really wanted to be on day shift, but there wasn't any positions open. So instead of like trying to figure something out and just, you know, whatever, getting rid of me sooner, they would ask me if I wanted to take more shifts, or I would cover somebody and then work my night shift. And I did that, I think, twice. Well, I fell asleep one night and nothing happened. Nobody got hurt or anything, but I got caught. I fell asleep. So you can't fall asleep when you work the night shift because you're supposed to watch the people. Well, everyone was asleep that night, and I fell asleep too. So, shit happens. And yeah, so that's what happened. I couldn't handle the night shift because I am a person, and to me, people are supposed to sleep at night. People should sleep at night. I mean, when it's dark outside, you sleep. Unless you're, like, having insomnia or, like, nocturnal or something. But even then, you know, I can't do things all day long and then stay up all night. I just can't. And so, it didn't work. I asked, and, I mean, I can't blame anybody else. It was totally my fault, you know. I don't know. I fell asleep, so, yeah. Also in September, I went to my first football game. That's right. I graduated in 2015, and I went to a football game at the high school. I'm pretty sure that was a homecoming game or something like that. And where's that? We went to a game versus Colton's hometown and at my high school with his hometown because they were like neighboring towns or whatever. And yeah, his school sucked. Our school kicked their ass. But anyway. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. I just waited until, you know, I got out of high school to finally, you know, do things that high schoolers do or something. But, sorry, I worked, and I didn't have a car. So, in October, I turned 21 on Halloween. Yeah, that was the thing. Didn't really do much. Went to Applebee's, got dinner, got a drink that was, like, the size of my head, which was really weird. Didn't really get that drunk. And then the next day, I threw up because I drank too much water. Yes. Didn't feel anything. But we went to Colton's hometown the next day, and the road is like super wavy. Like, I hate driving that road. And yeah, I was like, you gotta pull over because I gotta vomit. Just threw up all the water that I drank to try to stay hydrated and like not be hungover or anything. Throw it all up. Like, story of my life. Because, you know, you drink water, you eat food, and you get rid of like hangovers or whatever. No, not me. Try to stay hydrated, body's like, nah, you can't have this, throws it all up. So, in October, I also started working at a phone store. This job was horrible from the get-go. So, in this job, you had to do video trainings for 2 weeks, which means you had to sit in front of a laptop. Well, not a laptop, they have like desktops, but like, and you had to keep your camera on, and if you didn't have your camera on, they'd be like, oh, why isn't your camera on? Your camera was on yesterday. And I'm like, because I don't want you people to see me. Like, I'm never going to see you idiots again. And they would train like 10 people for the first 2 weeks all at once. And like everyone would talk, and you had to like interact, and it was dumb. And it was a pointless waste of my time. But yeah, and so that was, you know, October, I started working there. Then in November, I went to the Thanksgiving Day Parade, the St. Louis Thanksgiving Day Parade with my mom, and we've been doing this for like 3 or 4 years now, so it was pretty cool, and the wind wasn't that bad. It was pretty cold, but the wind wasn't that bad, and they had all the floats and stuff up, and, you know, pretty well, considering most of the time they fly away, or they're like falling over, or I don't even know, man. I think half of the fun of going to the parade is literally just watching those people try to keep those giant floating things up in the air and like communicate with each other, because they can't, and then they're like, what do we do? Like, ugh. But anyway, also in November, I went Black Friday shopping, and Colton usually doesn't go Black Friday shopping, and we went Black Friday shopping, and he was like, wow, this is crazy, because he worked it last year, but hi. But anyway, so yeah, Colton worked Black Friday last year, and I have never worked Black Friday. Most of my places were either off, like closed, or I just didn't work. I had off, or I made sure that I had off, but I mean, it's Thanksgiving, not many places except for, you know, super centers are going to make you work there. So that's that. So we went shopping, and it was a madhouse, and Colton just couldn't believe it because it was a lot different than working at it. Thanks. And so also in November, I went to Snow Factory, and I think that is a St. Louis thing, but I'm not quite sure. They also have that hydrogen dragon something, and I don't really know what that is either. Snow? It's like ice cream, but it's like that liquid ice cream where you like you chop it all up and then you like roll it out and then you take like a scooper and you roll it and then they put it in the cup and there's like 3 rolls. Have you seen videos of that? Apparently it's a thing. I don't know if it's just a thing here, but so we tried that, and I had like strawberry cheesecake because strawberry cheesecake is my shit. And ice cream. No, I don't know. But yeah, so on to December. Yeah. Let's see. So in December, my great-grandma died. Now, it's not really that sad because she lived in a home. She lived in a home for like years, like 6 years, you know. And unfortunately, I didn't get to see her that much, but she had dementia and she was getting worse like every time we went. The last time I remember seeing her was in like 2015, maybe. And the whole family went, and she like didn't know any of us. She was like, do I know all these people? And I laughed, but like it's just her, like her sense of humor, but it wasn't funny, you know what I mean? Like, I worked with dementia people, and then while I was working there, my grandma got put on hospice, and she's been put on hospice multiple times, but I'm like, I'm working with these people that are like on hospice, and my grandma's being put on hospice. I'm like, oh my gosh, is she dying? So yeah. So on December 18th, my great-grandma, my dad's grandma, passed away, but like I said before, it wasn't really a surprise. People just knew. I don't know who you are. Do I know you? Or do you just watch my videos? I'm almost done. I'm in December. So yeah, I had 2 Christmases in December, and that was new. From going from my family Christmas, no, I don't know you. New. I thought your name was Chimpanzees. I think you need to change your name to Chimpanzees. Oh, hi. Thanks for watching. Nice to meet you. So, I don't know. Let's see. So that's about it. Oh, I got fired from the phone store. Yeah, my boss was mean and he didn't like me, and the people that also worked there, I went to school with one of these kids, and I'm telling you, it had to be this kid. He had the audacity to take a post that I put on Facebook, and I'm not stupid. Obviously, I've had 6 jobs. I'm not retarded. I know what you can and can't do at a business. You don't post pictures of like you in the uniform. You don't like say anything about the business. You don't name people. You don't name the business. I didn't do that. Well, he didn't like the post that I posted, so he screenshot it and he sent it to the boss, and the boss sent it to corporate, and corporate was like, get out. So I got suspended, and then I got fired. So, you know, whatever. It was stupid. The boss and the kid had it out for me from the beginning, because I don't know, I just wasn't made to work at a phone store, so, you know, whatever. Then, let's see here. Some new places that I tried this year as food-wise. I went to Which, which is a, which, wow, that's all, I'm sorry, I'm blonde. And then, it's a sandwich place, and you can make your name whatever you want it to be. It's kind of like a Subway, but you walk in and there's like paper bags, and you can like pick which meats you want, which cheese you want. You can pick to have your sandwich wrapped in lettuce. Don't do that. I did that the first time, and it was the worst thing ever. I paid like $8 and threw it in the trash. I'm like, if I wanted a salad, I would have gotten a salad, okay? But no. So make sure you put bread. You want bread on your sandwich. And then I tried Hoo Hot, which is, I don't even know, I think it's like Mongolian or something. I'm not really sure. And yeah, no. I've eaten jalapenos, I've eaten habaneros, I've eaten a ghost chili pepper, okay? I can eat hot things, and it's not like bad. Like, seriously, I eat jalapenos for snacks. But no, I can't. I could not handle Hoo Hot. Every time I ate it, I would throw up. And I even tried, one time I got like a, I'm telling you, change your name to chimpanzees. Ship chimpanzees. Yep, that's what you need to make it. Chimpanzees. And yeah, so I don't know. My stomach was just like, nah, we ain't letting you have this. Oh, I ate Chipotle for the first time this year at the mall, and Dylan's choking and dying. Anyway, I don't really know the hype about it, but I don't know. Apparently, it's like a thing. Last thing I heard about it was some like E. coli or something, and it was like really bad, and it was like contaminated, and so I like never tried it. And then Dylan was like, "Oh, I want to try this." I'm like, I'm like, okay, yeah. It was just like a burrito, and they just like put beans and shit in it, and then they like took a giant ass like scoop like this big of guacamole and put it on there, and I'm like, okay, I can eat an avocado, you know, you can sprinkle some avocado shit on, like, my salad or something, but they just took, like, a whole and just dumped it on there, and I'm like, avocado is a powerful taste, man, you can't just put it all on there, because then it just takes over everything, and no, what a waste of my money. There's a reason I never went there. Anyway, so, something that y'all should try if you haven't tried, that I also tried this year, seaweed. Might sound weird, but you should try it. And you can get it basically, like, anywhere. You can get it, like, Trader Joe's. You can get it at, like, Kroger. I don't know if Walmart has it. I mean, you can check, like, the Asian aisle or something. I really have no idea where you'd find it at Walmart. But it is pretty cool. And then, along with the Chipotle, because we ate this at the same place, and I'm pretty sure it is a St. Louis thing, Doco, where you can get scoops of cookie dough for, you know, I think it's like 2 for $7, and you can just eat cookie dough. Now, the funniest thing was, though, Dylan got his put in a cone, and then he had sprinkles put on top of it, and when he was trying to pay, because it's cookie dough, keep in mind, when he tried to pay, he, like, tilted his cone over a little bit, and all the sprinkles fell all over the counter and everything. It was really funny, and the lady's like, I'm like, bitch, why didn't you, like, put the fucking sprinkles in the cone, you know what I'm saying? Like, smush it down so it doesn't fall. I don't even know. You know, this is what happens when you have teens running everything. Yeah. Anyway, so, rip sprinkles. Yes, rip sprinkles, because they were everywhere, and I couldn't help, like, and Dylan's a person that, like, he'll get embarrassed if, like, you know, things happen in public. That's okay. I mean, obviously I can't read your name, so, you know, it's fine. But, yeah, so, anyway, and then some makeup things that I've been really into this year. Too Faced makeup and Tarte makeup are my favorite, only I'm pretty sure none of what I'm wearing today, right now. I mean, I don't even know what time it is. It's 11:14. What time is it where you're at? Tell me. Where are you at? What state are you from? Call me kangaroo girl, but I like chimpanzee better. 12:14. Oh, you're not that far away. Where are you at? Oh, cool. What part? My family's from there. My grandma and my uncle are in, I think it's like West Keys, West Palm, something like that. Holy shit, are you my family? Do you know me? Are you my family creating a fake profile to stalk me? Honestly, this would be the way to do it, though, because, like, they know I have a YouTube, but, like, do they really know? I mean, please, nobody actually watches any of this anyway. I know, but still, that's cool. That's cool. Thank you for watching and subscribing, because I'm a noob, so, you know. But, yeah, so makeup-wise, Too Faced and Tarte. You just met me. How'd you meet me? Oh, wow. Sorry. Retarded. But, yeah, you should totally follow me on other social media. I like meeting friends. Are you a girl or boy? I mean, probably a girl. I don't think a guy would have watched this that long, right? Craziness? I can't. You have to change it to chimpanzee. But yeah, so Too Faced and Tarte, definitely my favorite, and I live at Ulta and Sephora, and everything that I'm wearing today is from Ulta, and it's like Ulta brand, which is probably why this lipstick keeps getting all over my mouth, because it is not name brand, but, you know, whatever. And I have also been getting into face masks, yeah, don't laugh at me, how rude. But that's all my stuff that I wrote down. Anything else you want to know? Because I have 2 people watching this. Look at this. I have friends. What about my other friend? I only have 1 person commenting, but 2 people are watching. Look at that. I have 2 likes. I'm famous. Yeah. Yeah, this is interesting. Anything? TikTok. I mean, I don't have anything better to do. Slint? Did you mean silence? No, that's not a word. Use a lot of emojis. A girl that used to go to school with me uses emojis like that, and like I'm pretty sure she has like a. Do you have like a high-tech phone? I mean, probably, considering you're watching this, unless you're watching it on like a laptop or whatever. But she always typed out those emojis, and so she was like super like, I don't know. It was always like the XD faces and stuff, and like she still does it, and all of her posts and stuff. I'm like, girl, we have emojis now. I'm pretty sure she's like totally like Samsung all the way, but I don't know. And she still uses those. So, I should probably end this. So, yeah. You guys can add me on my social medias. It's Katie Sue with 4 8s. And, yeah. I mean, I can start another one, but probably shouldn't make this one this long, because why continue? Why can, like, what? Post it. Should I continue this one or start a new one? Because this is supposed to be just my 2017 recap. So I can start a new one if you guys want to just BS and talk. Okay. I'll end this one and start a new one. So follow back in a few minutes, okay? Bye.